27, 1880. Let me tell you about my family. My father is a newspaper editor turned United States Marshal. He fought in the Civil War and kept his military name as captain. My mother is very charming and comes from a wealthy family. We live in a pleasant home on the end of Shady. My story happened when I was only 2 years old. I fell ill. I had a fever and was in great pain, and the doctors did not know what was wrong with me. When my fever and illness passed, so did my sight and hearing. I would scream and cry night after night. However, I could still touch and smell things. I would follow my mother around, but holding on to her skirt. I like to get to know people by running my hand over people's faces and clothes. I also learned how to help with chores such as folding laundry, making pastry, and milking cows. Since I was both blind and deaf, my father decided to write to Dr. Alexander Bell. Dr. Bell lived in Washington and is as famous as the inventor of the telephone. Dr. Bell's wife and mother are both deaf and very interested in the problems of deaf people. My family decided it was a good idea to get me a teacher, so Mr. Antos wrote to my father about Amy Sullivan. He said that she was great with teaching blind or deaf people and is very interested in the problems and also has some experience. Annie decided it was best to move in with me and my family. It was now home that I left Annie as a teacher and friend. By the end of 4 months, I knew 300 words, and by the end of 6 months, I knew almost 300 more words in my 5 times table. In the summer of 1888, me, my mother, and Annie went to Boston. On the way there, we stopped in Washington where we met President Cleveland at the White House. I decided that I learned better by doing things, so I learned history by traveling places where famous events happen and where famous people live. In 1894, Annie and I entered a school where deaf people learned to speak. I loved learning so much and decided to go to college. In 1899, I passed the entrance examination for Radcliffe College. I became a famous author and wrote tons of books and got the money I needed. They also made a movie about my life. All my success and hard work paid off.